got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Back to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
What QB drop? What QB drop?
2nd and 4. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Got it? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Now watch one. Back. 13 spell. Go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll look to throw here. And finding the tight end, Wilson. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10. Pilot, 64, weak. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. You better bring it. Right there, 54. Smooth. 54, Mike. And we got it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
That's right. On the set. Mike 50. Blue draw Corker. He's crazy.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
This is caught. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Mike 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 30 base.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let him know, let him know. Greystone, travel. Under 10, 10. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Hey, tight. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is Parker, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Isaac Nauta. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Hey, 61, matchbox lights. Hey, zoom. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Hey, Charlie. We got double up. X3, 282.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And this is caught. It's Parker. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Check 24. 2 drop Horford. Ready?
Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Foxtrot. Watch the screen.
Mike 50.
2nd and 6. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
57's the mic. So we got man. 57's the mic. Watch him hit it. Pick it up.
Looking to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
He's got a man complete. Devontae Parker. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Devontae Parker. His second touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
See what you got. Hey, high 7. Get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to Nada, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. from 21 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a three-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
It's second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Protein spill.
Again, it's Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun now on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. 25 yards that time. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice. And he
can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 33. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And it's complete. Hooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. 2nd and 5. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they'll work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the catch made by Johnson. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check out.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. Right there. Hey, Echo. You Mike's by 4. Man, that's trash. 54's Mike. Check. Wyatt Alpha.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Lutz with the extra point, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.